Hello, everybody. My name is Dante, aka Bloodless, aka Sawyer, and we are back with Minor League Division 1, Matchday number 4. First and foremost, happy Canada Day to all my fellow Canadians out there. Always awesome to see, always awesome to have a day all to ourselves, I'd say. You won't be seeing me around much today in chats because I will likely be beating up my brother in video games or hanging with the fam. But other than that, I hope everyone who is here thoroughly enjoys this exciting slate of games we have for tonight. Kapstad versus North Shore, Magyar versus Paris, and Krungthrepp versus London. Now, if this is not what you would call a fun day, then I don't know what your definition of fun is. Because I love me some Sim League. We'll hop right into it. And we are seeing a 4-2-3-1 from Kapstad to start. They've been running something different. And we'll see the exact same thing from North Shore, so we'll see who comes out on top. But yes, we've seen a lot of different formations. Kapstad's in third, and North Shore, I believe, was in fourth or fifth there. Sorry, fifth or sixth. Either way, Von Wolf will start kicking the ball back to Kasich. Now to McDougal. He's going to carry up the wing past to Jang. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds by, I believe, Rashford. So, these teams have both been playing fairly hot the past couple weeks. Wolf is going to kick this one in past to Homie Esquire Limited. Homie, my homie. He fires a cannon there, but it's picked up by Wall. Now it's a launch downfield. Del Prio actually comes... I'm sorry, no. Actually comes away with it, but looks like it's a foul or offside or something there. Ney Marino going to take this kick. And almost had a weird angle, but the Walrus himself sticks to the ground and scoops it up. So, folks, a good start to the game in terms of highlights. Tentacles pass into Ney Marino. Ney Marino takes the shot, but it's too far to the right. No curve on it. Now we're going to have Wolf to Jang to McDougal. McDougal's going to put it to Hunt to Kasich, who brings it back to Okada. Okada dips it out to the wing to Homie. Now Mortel back to Kasich to Okada. Now again to Homie. Or Esquire. To Kasich, and it's deflected by Geisler. So Rashford carries it up. Fox takes the shot, and it goes a little high, sails over the net, but kind of dramatic for a moment there as Walrus jumped for it. Kind of floated. Berg hits it up. Looks like Martel heads the ball away. Von Wolf on it, body blocks, so his team can get possession back. Martel carries it up, cross it over to the other wing to Zhang, but it's a bad touch. I'll lose possession, but Wolf manages to steal it back. So now Wolf is going to dance along the edges, crosses it to the center, and Wolf hits it. That was a great header, but not on target. A little off. Still, if you got that from distance, would have been very nice. Kasich now is going to fire this one. McDougal heads it down to the ground towards Kasich, who puts it to Pedro, and it's fired over the net. By the way, I'm pretty sure that was my first shot on net the whole season, so, you know, I got there. Wolf with a header attempt now, goes over. Not bad try. Piana is going to hit it to Del Pirlo. And it's crossed in to Ney Marino, who sinks it into the back of the net with a header. It's a very nice sequence for them. So, North Shore is going to come out on top with the first goal of the night. Still, plenty of time for things to turn around. Both teams are playing fairly well at the moment. A. Marino does have another kick, and the header is off. So a highlight will end. Gerard takes the ball. Pass to Kirpin. And Yerkel to Marino. It's stolen away by Jang, so they're going to have a chance for the counter. Ooh, Tentacles picks it back up, though. Kirpin now has it. Being pressured a little bit, lightly. Gerard to Geisberg to Bana. And the Vox, who takes the shot, but the Walrus makes a phenomenal save there. Very heads-up play by him. Marino crosses it in, but it's booted away and cleared. So far, an exciting match. Marino. Unfortunately, Capset is giving them... Wow, okay, that was a very close try by Geisberg. But, yeah, Marino another corner. North Shore is... one thing I'd say they're very good at, though, is getting opportunities to at least take corners and stuff. So, halftime, only down by 1. Still, I'd say that this game is going pretty well so far. So, now with halftime here, who's going to get moved around? We'll see in a second. Might not actually have any. I know that happens on minor teams sometimes. Major teams, though, will usually have like 1 or 2 subs come in. So yeah, a tame first half, I'd say. But both teams at least making plays, showing up to play. So Martel is going to be replaced by Phantom Benz. So Gerard to Pena. Gerard then to Yerkel. To Kirpin. Now he's going to boot it long. Tries to get to Rashford, who does header it forward, but is picked up by Okada. McDougall. And end of highlight. Alrighty. Sort of eventful, uneventful little highlight, other than just kind of pushing around a little bit. Nick Kasich is going to have a corner attempt now. Boots it, it goes low. Turn to sender. Kasich has it. Pass to Phantom Benz, who takes the shot. Adds some heat on it, but too far over the net. Another corner for Kasich. Boots it low again. But once again, return to sender. Pass to Phantom Benz to Wolf, who shoots it too far to the right, but still, good try. Another corner for Kasich. This one is, I guess, kicked right away. So a 4th corner for Kasich in a row, I might add. Booted, headed away. Pedro doesn't bother to go up for it. Kasich's going to pick up the loose ball. Unfortunately, the clear is a thing. Bana, he's going to take this up the wing. Doesn't have enough speed to get past him. Wow, what a save from Walrusson. He gets one big paw, well, a flipper on it as he dives and manages to swat it out of bounds. Another big save after that cross, sorry, that corner. Does a corner count as a cross? I don't know. Marino crossed this one in from the corner. Maybe? What corner kicks it in from the corner? I don't know. Either way. Homie Esquire Limited throws it in to Fano Benz. Pass back to Fano Benz. Now to Hunt. Now to Wolf. And Wolf is going to look for a partner on the side to Esquire. And unfortunately it falls short, but it was a good attempt. The header didn't have enough power on it. Booted forwards by Wall. And McDougall just hits it to his goalie, so Walderson boots it way down. And it's going to be picked up by Zhang. And Zhang hits it into Kasich to Fanto Benz. And Von Wolf almost picked that one up from the defenders there, but they managed to get out just in time. Pana is going to toss this one in. 70 minutes into the game, and Gaisberg, lost the ball. Kasich has it, passing to Pedro, to Esquire. Now to Okada, to Pedro once more, to Fanto Benz. And Esquire threading the needle in that pass, but gets it to him. Now to Fanto Benz. Now tries to get it forward. Tries to get forward again. Kasich shoots. And don't pay attention to that name. Nothing happened. It was just the ball went over the net. We're just gonna go with that. Either way, Pedro has the ball now. Hits it into Fanto Benz. Now to Kasich, who takes the shot. It's a nice attempt, but an even better save. So corner now from the opposite side. Kasich's gonna kick this in. Boots it long. Goes over the net. It's a shame, but that's how it goes, I guess. So Kapstad has seized initiative in the second half and has taken a lot more shots on net now. Hunt picks it up. Clears the ball, although I don't like that. Von Wolf heads it, tries to keep it in play, but it goes too far. Kitterpin gets it past to Gerard, past to Pana. And Von Wolf steals it away. I'm used to seeing me play defense. Zhang to Wolf. Maybe some wolf-to-wolf connection here. Might see it. And gets it back to Zhang, but Zhang whiffs really badly, actually. I can't lie. He was really close to the net. He put way too much power on it. Either way, corner from Kasich keeps it in play for them. And a decent header attempt, but Wall just doesn't have to jump up, just reaches and snags it. So now Wolf to Zhang. Back to Wolf to Hunt now. Now to Homie, who passes it to Fano Benz. Now to Homie to Wolf. And Wolf again shoots it way over. Marino is going to take a corner for North Shore. So they finally get themselves a highlight. Header's no good. So Kapstad might have one or two more opportunities here, depending on how this goes. We will see in a second, I guess. One more opportunity, it looks like. Kasich. Now Wolf has it. Crosses it in. And it goes too far. Fanto Benz has the ball. Although Homie takes it to Kasich. Takes a wild shot for... Okay. Because they're about around time. Okay. So, Kapstad is going to lose this game, unfortunately. 0-1. I will say, Zhang did kind of sell on that one play where he had it in, like, right in front of the keeper. All he had to do was hit to the side. Still, honestly, what Kapstad showed in the second half was that, they could rally and, actually put pressure on a team, which they haven't done too much of so far this season. So it was definitely good for them to see that. Good to see that. Like, it's an improvement. Either way, Rapid Bag RSC versus AS Paris. This will be our next matchup. And I can't quite remember who won last week out of every team, but I mean, it doesn't help when you're in 2 sim leagues. You commentate multiple matches a week for across, Div 1, Div 2 for both minors and majors, so 4 different divisions. And then, ISFL on top of that. I do a lot of commentating. Either way. Oh, yeah. Don't forget, you should add me as a referral if you're a newbie. If you're finding this in the future, add me as a referral. I'm Bloodless on the forums. Yeah, use me as a referral for SSL or ISFL or SHL. It don't matter. I'm always Bloodless on the forums. I'm gonna in 8 years from now, I'm gonna get a email notification or something saying that they used you as a referral, and be like, what the hell? Can't wait for it. Rapids are gonna run with a 4-2-2-2. Or maybe it's a 4-2-4 and just looks a little weird. 3-4-2-1, I think it was there. Either way, Capstad unfortunately falls to 4th with that loss. Magyar is in 2nd and Paris is in 1st. So, this game will decide who actually stays in 1st at the end of this week. Gosu now to Evil, Desai, and Space boots it back. I don't know why, but Squid, Cracker Do, Desai, now to Squid. Then to Harper, back to the goalie. Stevens puts it to DeSoto. Goes past Space. And Jameston picks it up, ending the highlight. Empire the 4th. 4th or 6th? I can't remember. And it's a nice header attempt, but Stevens just takes a short leap up and waves high to the planes while he's up there. Nelson is going to pick this one up, though. Mormor fails to secure possession, so goal takes it for Paris and Acton to Nelson now. Empire has a chance in front of the net. He's going to shoot. It's going to go in. Bounces off Stevens' hands and rolls into the side. That was a very nice goal by him. I mean, a lot of strikers are still waiting for their first goal of the season. But, Oh, wow. Never mind. That would have been a save by Stevens, but it looks like bounced off someone. No? Apparently not. It bounced off, I think, the bottom of the goalkeeper's leg, which was straight backwards, which made it roll into the net. Bredesen is going to chip this to Acton. He's going to put Fensterhausen. Fensterhausen. Now to Empire on the corner. Kicks it in, headed away. Empire picks it back up to Nelson and tries to get it to Kovacs in the middle there, but no dice. So we've seen a bit of sloppy passing from this team overall, but we've also seen some really good plays overall from this team. Bredesen chips it into the middle. And wow, what a header and what a save. Stevens makes an impressive acrobatic aerial diving save extravaganza type catch. I can't think of a good comparison. I don't know. Either way, Bryant now to Harper, hits it back to DeSoto. Now to Sai, up to Space, who doesn't have much space to work. Now to Harper, to Sai. Bryant takes the shot, but a good save from Aguera. I feel like that's like a vegetable. Did you name yourself after a vegetable, man? For the third time in a row? I respect it if you did. Okay, Bryant into space, who doesn't bother to pay attention how much space is around him or between him and the net, fires it way over. Actually, he said it into space. That's fitting. So, Harper tosses into side, back to Harper, back to side. Now to space, who puts it into Bryant and takes the shot after the quick turnaround. Almost lost possession of it, but Aguera makes the save. So, Ngosu now on the corner. Boots it in. Ngosu picks up the loose ball into Bryant. Takes a shot and misses. Bryant will be on this corner. Hits it, headed away by Fentonhausen. Into space, who has space. Pass to Bryant, now to Harper. But before it gets to Harper, the weak pass is picked up by Fentonhausen, who intercepts. Empire hits it long to goal, who heads it to Suzuki. Now this counter is going well. Kovacs picks it up, has a clear shot, and it goes over. Oh boy, that's rough. Yikes, that's rough. Yeesh. Anyway, Sai almost loses possession of it, but hits it back to the goalie, Stevens, who has played quite well so far. Out of space, to Empire to Randus, but Space picks it up, pass to the goalie. We're just going to kick it way down the field and waste a little bit of time. To Randus, Nelson hits it back to Jameson, now to Nelson, to Brenson, who's going to run this into the net, and to Kovacs, who scores just before time can run out in the half. Harris is going to add another one to the total. And disaster strikes for Rapids. Just clinical play overall. So, I will say both teams have had a decent amount of opportunities. But, I mean, Paris could actually be up another goal, but if Kovacs, actually, closed the distance between him and the net before shooting prior to his goal, there was another shot he had. But other than that, that's like the biggest missed opportunity for Paris so far. So we will now see if see what things are in store for us in the second half. Can Rapid find a way to make this a 2-2 game? Will they come out on top? Suzuki's going to hit it back to Tarandis here. Going to get past Harper, but not past Squid, who intercepts it. Ball's cleared, though. Now Brendan kicks it high. Kovacs heads it, but it's picked up by Stevens. So, he's going to waste a little bit of time, let his team kind of move into position. Brendan had the header. Hits it up to Kvetstia. Bentenhausen is going to hit it. Brendan is going to take the shot over the net. Not even high enough for the field goal. Not as high as I'd want it, at least, to be for the field goal. Might have hit it field goal if it was in the NFL there, but no sir. Oh, that just kind of bounces a little wildly. The goalkeeper kind of barely moved for that one. Just threw me off. Let's see. Low cross, and it's a high header, that's why. It looked like it was going over probably to the goalie. Hits off the top crossbar, bounces to the left, and bounces in when it just as easily could have bounced out, it looked like. By the way, Bryant, header in. It's hot and fast, but Aguilera manages to block it with his knees. Quebec Vetsia has the ball now, waits for his team to move towards him. Tyrannus picks it up, back to Vetsia. Now to Empire, to Nelson, to Kovacs, who does have a little bit of space left, but misses it. So he's going to give it to Brendan, who crosses it in now, and gives Kovacs a chance to make up for it. And he does. So Kovacs scores his second goal of the night. And 5th on the season, I think it was. Yeah, he just gives it out to Brendan to set up the cross, and they just don't have enough people in position to make up for it. Kovacs, yeah, he just kind of moves it to where it's going to land, and no one follows him. Alrighty. Now Tyrannus going to pick this one up to start. So this 2-0 game is quickly turned to 4-0. And a really fast pass. Brendan picks it up though. He's going to take the shot. Almost has it, but it bounced off the post and kicked away by, I think, Harper. Jameson picks it up though. Okay, space. Now has a little bit of space. Pass blocked by Jameson. Harper. Now Kovacs. Vetsia. They're going to have a counterattack now. Oh, there's 5 back already for Mega. Ooh, Vetsia does a wonderful dribble to get around his guy. And, holy smokes, dances around. And then a quick ground pass to Kovacs for his 3rd goal of the night. And 3rd goal in about 10 minutes or 10-15 minutes, it feels like. Yeah, look at that. He just outran more and more. And Kovacs like barely looks at it. He sees like Vetsia is coming his way. He just raises his foot. He's like, okay, you just pass it in between my legs. I'm gonna defy some, just defy everything and just shoot in like really easily. Why can't I get a goal like that? Just give me like 18 goals like that, like in the next game, please. Yeah. Vetsia back to Fountainhausen. He's gonna shoot, and that is almost a really good shot. It bounced off the bar again. Holy smokes. Cat, that would have been demoralizing. I mean, being down 5-0 is already demoralizing, but still, that would have been even more demoralizing. Alright, Jameson to Tyrannus, to Suzuki. Loses possession of the ball, but the Evil doesn't snag it, so it goes to Austin. And Empire ends up with it here. Okay, it's stolen away, and Gosu picks it up. Doesn't have much in the way of teammates, but Evil fires one from way too far away. He should have gone closer. He had space in front of him. Even just taking a step or two would have improved his odds of making it. The header for the corner is no good, so. Yikes. Nelson tries to fire a pass, but it's just bounces off, so. Jameson back to Aguilera. Now to Fountainhausen. Up to Brendanson. Once again, Fountainhausen to Brendanson. Gonna carry it up the wing now. Crosses it in, looking for Empire, and Stevens makes a good save, though. Now to Fountainhausen to Kovacs, back to Fountainhausen. To Austin, to Jameson. Now to Tyrannus, who throws it out in front of Empire. Suzuki picks it up, though. Empire got held up. Kind of ran into his mark by accident. And Suzuki takes advantage. Wow. Just a good play. So, goal number 6 on the night for Paris. Austin here, Suzuki to Nelson, now to Vetsia. Empire picks this one up. Now it's back to Fountainhausen. Throws it up to Brendanson, who's going to look for a little crossing partner in the middle. Does. Finds Kovacs, but Stevens picks it out of the air. He's seen that play one too many times. And Stevens, has not played a terrible game, but his defense has just been a bit too scattered to, and his offense has not really done a good job keeping possession. Bredinson at the edge of the box fires one home, but Stevens makes a wonderful save there to help tip it out of bounds. That's all a goalie needs, right? Get some sort of hand on it, some sort of finger on it, just to knock it off trajectory, sorry. Anyway, 6 goals, 3 for Kovacs, 1 for Suzuki, 1 for Fettenhausen, 1 for Empire. And Kovacs could have had a 4th tonight as well so far. Although 2 minutes left. Are we going to see a goal to salvage a single iota of pride for Magyar? Space it, not just squid, but it's too far to the left, so not on that highlight. 2 minutes of extra time, or additional time, sorry. And 1 play here. Harper to Evil. To Squid. And that's good. So Kovacs leads his team to victory with a hat trick. And there you have it, folks. I will say, Bob Bredinson, 2 assists, 9.7 rating. Gotta love that. But yes, Paris comes out on top. You know what? I know it's a hot take, but I think it was a convincing win for Paris. Maybe. Just maybe. Nah, who am I kidding? Nah, but jokes aside, wicked job by Paris to, to come out on top in this one. 6-0 is certainly not easy. Either way, Krungthrup versus Inter London is our last match of Canada Day. At least for the Div 1 Minors League stuff, so we'll see how it goes, I guess. As soon as we transition over to the next one. I want you guys to tell me, well, it's quiet for now. I want you guys to tell me, ignoring affiliations, what's one player out of all these teams you guys are looking to cheer for? And if you can't get past your affiliation, one person on another team, and if you can't get past your affiliation for whatever reason, tell me also what one academy player you are rooting for. If anyone is listening to this, just like ping me with it in SSL chat, not in Academy Grounds because I can't see that chat. And if you are an Academy player, get on over to SSL chat and ping me anyways. You can answer the question or you can just say hi. There we go. Just enough time wasted. Okay. So Krungthrup is going to go with a kind of a cascading formation, it looks like. Meanwhile, Inter London is going to go with a 4-2-3-1. Very textbook. Paris stays on top. North Shores in second. Kapstad in third. So, Kofu to Apostle. Now back to Wentworth. A little pack from Steiner to Oliver. Goes out of bounds. Yeah, that kind of happens a lot. Like early in these games. Kane to Eriksson. To Mendez, back to Kane. Now to Dolgan. To Eriksson. To Zale. To Zarzeri. And Kane has it in front of the net. Tries to take a light touch. Oh no! And wow. Mick himself, what was his name? Mick Zeri? He dove in but wasn't able to finish the play. You hate to see it. McZero. That's what I'm going to call him. All I need was a simple low header, and he could have beaten the goalie. The goalie was not ready for it. Either way, we'll pick up here with a corner. Goes all the way back to McNugget, but Francis picks it up. So now we have a chance for a counter. Oh, but he passes it back, so to Lizard. Not a bad idea, but it's going to stop the counter. Oh, bad pass to Kane. It's intercepted by Apostle, and Estringen is going to pick this one up. Pass to Ferguson, who boots it all the way down the field to... tries to get to Nkofu, but it would have been an offside, it looks like. Hence why he let the other team pick it up. Now Francis. Oliver intercepts. McNugget has it in front of the net and tries to take the shot, but his body blocked. What he should have done was string himself out and honestly give himself up as, like, if the guys get in front of him, will pass it to, McNugget. I think it was to his left there. At least that's what I think he should have done. You know, like, go in and be the sacrificial lamb at that moment. At least from a team perspective. Anyways, Mendez. O'Neal picks it up. Rivers has it, takes the shot, and Estrin just gets in the way. He's done that quite a few times this season. He just gets in the way of the other guy shooting and, saves his goalie from having to make a tough save. Magul! Gabagool! Okay, O'Neal, that was a very aggressive tackle. And Lichtsteiner is going to get to it in time, though. Looks to carry it up into the box. Takes a shot from the edge of the box, but bounced off some guys and be cleared by Lizard. Lichtsteiner to Apostle. Going to look to cross it in, I assume. Oh, keeps it in bounds barely to Oliver. The pass in to shorten Nkofu. O'Neal is here on the counter attack. Rivers is far. McZero is behind him to the left. DeMarco's behind him. Oh, he takes too big of a touch and loses it to Stroh. Ferguson is going to boot this one forwards to Oliver, who heads it to Nkofu. And they got to counter to the counter. And he gets it to Apostle, who fires it in. And that's Apostle's first goal. Wow, what an assist. Oliver was the MVP of that play. Look at that. Nkofu barely stops it. And what the hell does he do there? He defied physics. He just said, physics? I never heard of that. Laws physics can kiss my booty. Because, oh my god. Someone clip that highlight. I beg, please. Because that was one hell of a play. He, popped the ball up around the defender and then fired a pass into the middle. I don't even know how that kind of thing happens. I'm just baffled by that. That was baffling. That was impressive, but baffling. Either way, Apostle, congrats on your first goal. I'm still hunting mine. Yeah, I'm sad about it. All I want to do is score 42 goals in a single game for the rest of this, in every game of the season. That's it. Is that so bad? No, I thought not. Anyways. Actually, if you guys could break one record in this season, what would it be for your player? Why don't you think about that and tell me your results. Tell me your thoughts. Alright, Lizard is gonna bump it up to the wing to Neal. And O'Neal is going to cross into the middle. Has two guys there. Although headed away, Oliver picks it up, and now they have a counterattack chance. Lizard intercepts though. So one thing these guys seem to do is just take some large touches, which ends up losing possession of the ball. Tip, and for any academy players watching, flair helps with that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Flair. Or, tackling. Yes, yes. Either way, Mendez will have the ball. Also, don't take that literally, please, I beg. Erickson to Mendez. Back to Erickson. Gagny. I don't remember how to say that name. Either way, O'Neal has the ball. Gonna hit it, try to get it to Kane. Doesn't get it, though. Challenged and loses it. McNuggy has it. Chips it far. It's picked up. Apostle manages to hit that to his teammate McNuggy. That was impressive. Stro has it now on the left wing. Hits it to the center. Nkofu with the... Holy smokes! Oh my god, I couldn't talk fast enough for that one. It bounced off, and there was like 3 critical saves by the goalie made there. It bounced after it bounced off the post. Lizard takes the shot way over. Throws it. And the fans throw the ball back disrespectfully. I love it. Kane has the ball, looks to pass it in or shoot. It takes a terrible shot. Oh my god, man. What are you doing? What are you doing there? He was aiming for the fish. The fish logo. Zero with the wicked shot though to tie the game. Now that is what I call a shot. Your teammate needs to take lessons from you. Someone get this man a private tutor now. Yeah, Zero to Neal. Back to Zero who... Oh, wow. Fantastic shot. Goalie had a chance to save it, but they like jumped back, I think, into the side when they could have jumped like forward to the side. They might have been able to get a hand on it or tip it above the net. Either way. Oh, incredible play there. Erickson looks to pass it and gets intercepted, but fortunate to have it bounce back to him. Lizard looks for a crossing partner and doesn't get it, but O'Neal, right place, right time, but nice power shot. Unfortunately, it's off target. Amoros did hit to Wentworth to the goalie, Ferguson to Estrogen. Back to Ferguson now. He's going to boot this long. Tries to get Nkofu. Nkofu falls down. The rain may be making him slip a little bit. Wants a word with Lizard. We're going to get a red card. Angry Lizard lives up to his name. Oh, wow. Well, damn. Deserved his red card? I don't know. Like, it kind of looked like Nkofu might have just fallen down in the rain. Like after being like touched super lightly, but either way. Nkofu takes a shot, bounce off Rivers, and it's gonna be a throw-in. So yeah, that's a really big loss. Either way, Erickson gonna hit it to his goalie. To Jertogan, back to the goalie Kakao. Now to Jertogan again. And McNuggy steals it. He's going to have a shot. And he takes it. Let's go, Weston McNuggy. A fantastic interception. That was not due to the loss of numbers. That was just a Jertogan not paying any attention to McNuggy. And just a nice shot for McNuggy. Very good finishing. Puts a little bit of touch on it. Keeps it simple. 1-on-1 to GK. Erickson to 0. Lichtsteiner. Back to the goalie Ferguson. Boots it up the field. To McNuggy now. Passing to Kofu. Has a shot in front of the net. And Kakao makes sure it stays out of bounds by swatting it away. Now, I will say, this game was kind of tilting in London's favor a little bit before the penalty. Just like, it was pretty close overall, I'd say. But it did feel like London was starting to gain some momentum. So I will say that angry lizard, he might make his coaches angry because he killed the momentum of his team with this one. Still, not all hope is lost. They're only down 1 point. They could try for, take a risk here. They're gonna have to try pretty soon with only a few minutes left in the game here. The pass to O'Neal is bad, so Ferguson has ball. He's gonna waste a little bit of time before bringing it forwards, and Eriksson heads it away pretty easily. Picked up by Mendez, intercepted by Wentworth. So we're gonna have a counter hit. And Kofu, he takes the shot and it's in. That was a good one. That was a good shot. So, yeah, that interception was huge. Wow, okay, Kakao did get he got a leg on it. It just kind of bounced over his leg as well. It tipped upwards, you can see it. That's a shame for him. Oliver boots it in for the corner and almost another goal, but instead the header goes over. Hannibal is going to kick this from the corner now. Boots it. And McNugget's just going to let it go out of bounds because why not? Magul to McNuggy. Now into Stroh, who managed to get to it to Apostle, to Oliver. Nakofu, who takes a shot, and it's a very good save by Kakao, the goalie. And they're just going to waste a little bit of time. Probably just going to kick this in, boot it out of bounds, then game end. And never mind, that's a goal. Peter Apostle is going to get his second. Wow. Yeah, watch this one again. Header. Bounces off Zero. It just bounced off Zero. And he was just in the right spot for it. So there you go. A game which honestly looked a little close at halftime. Looked recoverable for London as they were gaining some momentum. Quickly went downhill after that card. So Angry Lizard is gonna stay angry. And Krungthrepp is going to go home with a satisfying win. We'll just take a quick look at the standings, I believe, before we call it a night. So some overall good games. I wish I could have scored in Capstad game, but other than that, Paris ends off in first. North Shore jumps Capstad and moves into second. Capstad remains in third. Krungthrepp moves up to fourth. Magyar drops quite a bit down to fifth, and London remains dead last as their goal differential looks ugly as heck. North Shore and Capstad are pretty close as well. Tied in points, both 0 for goal differential. Krungthrepp is technically tied with them in points as well. So, oh well. I mean, Krungthrepp definitely did well making up some ground with their negative point differential. Just by just from that 4-1 win here. Still, see if Capstad can't get back on track next week. But either way, thank you everybody for watching. Been a pleasure as always. Happy Canada Day. Stay hydrated, stay safe, and I'll see y'all next time.